roots. Those big oak trees out of there. Going through that, you can put it in, and then if the root system starts coming towards a curb, it's going to tear it up. So we agreed to go around the curb and such. So
These are the only two we have, right?
right, the
Those
other,
are roofing.
the third gentleman who had put in a bid on this, he had a heart attack. And he said, I will get it to you. Well, all the bids, in fact, through here, were under the $5,000 limit. And we did have that. So what it does look like is Quick Curb would have the best pricing on
They
that.
guarantee their work.
Anybody
Yes.
want to see these? I see these.
So, we have then a motion on the floor.
I move that we accept Quick Curb.
Okay, any further discussion?
Second.
Second. Okay, all members in favor, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously.
Okay, new business, Joe Hagan. Resignation.
Joe,
What about root?
And then we'll get to that momentarily. Okay? Thank you. On Mr. Hagee resigning from the board. Mr. Hagee has resigned. We had asked Mr. Hagee for documents for the resealing that was placed on the roads. We were told at the homeowners meeting that he had it, that I will get them to you. He went back out of town. When he came to the last board meeting, he'd only been in here for 2 days, I believe. We had asked him for that. He said, I'll get them right to you. Okay, we'll schedule a meeting, and that meeting that we had was a week later,
Yep, on the 9th.
on the 9th. We scheduled one for a week later to produce them. He did not produce them. In turn, he gave his resignation, and he had contacted legal counsel. He says that he had a contract, is that correct?
Yes.
To do the work. No contract has been given to us to see. We then, in turn, by law, we had to answer his complaint. I think everybody here really needs to know what's going on and not hold any secrets. I believe that.
She has the email from the lawyer.
You have that?
Here's one, is this
Yeah.
Yeah, bid proposal.
Campion?
Yeah.
Right, that's a bid, so is it everything?
Yeah, do you want to read that?
Important confidential, this transmission was sent from Campion and Hackney, PA, and is intended only for the use of the addresses shown. It contains information that may be privileged, confidential, or exempt from disclosure under applicable law. If you are not the intended recipient of this transmission, you are hereby notified that the copying, use, or distribution of any information or materials transmitted herewith is strictly prohibited. If you have received this transmission by mistake, please destroy an original message and immediately call me at the phone number. This is what we got from the lawyer.
Campion and Hackney.
Correct.
Isn't there a conflict there?
There's,
No.
no, there's more to that.
There is more?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
With the rest of the emails from him telling me the status of it. Status is, we sent a letter to the lawyer
Same thing here, Jane.
and gave them so many days to provide the receipts, which Joe told us at that meeting that his lawyer had.
Here it is.
You want to read that?
And this is the reply.
Okay, sorry, I didn't have it. Notice regarding designated email address for service. This mail address from which this email was sent is for correspondence only. It has not been designated for service of documents and pleadings and any attempt service to the address.
That's not the message. That's the disclosure. Look at that. where it says.
I believe,
Yes,
I believe that next week, it will be 3 weeks since I sent you a letter regarding Mr. Hagee. Does he have any receipts for the materials that he purchased? Does he have the record of time spent on the job? I am sure that he owes Tavares Ridge a refund for his failure to complete more than a quarter of the job, despite more than adequate payment for the entire job. My client would like to wrap this up.
that was sent from
Is that
Mr.
it?
Hackney, yes, to Joe's lawyer,
Back,
that email.
So he agreed to do this job for 5,000, am I correct?
what we have, there's a video of this,
Yeah.
just like what we have going on here tonight.
Yeah.
There's a video that was in May of 2012, correct?
Yes.
There was a motion put on there. He had said that he would, I believe, come and do the boulevard up to the pool. He would do the first road and the second road and connect the two together and come on around. He would do all that for $5,000. The way we understand, we asked him at the last meeting, what happened to this? Well, it would rain and things like that. Okay, fine. We basically said, are we going to see this done? Well, I don't know. I've never been paid yet. I believe the amount was a total of $15,500.
I don't have it with me.
I believe
It was over 15,000.
$15,540
That's 3 times more than
that he received on it.
So who approved that? It was never brought up in the meeting.
It was not on this board. When we asked him how did this come about? He said, when I needed more stuff, I just told them I needed the money, and I believe, quote, they just wrote me a check. And the 2 checks were over $5,000. We cannot find any minutes to this. We cannot find any records of it.
Can
But
I ask you who he asked for the money?
the check
Previous
was
board.
the previous one.
The president,
He said that he had went to the president and got that.
that's right.
He said that the president and the treasurer signed the check. You can see it on the video on the website where he sat right here and said that. And he says, I don't know, I just told them I need the money and they gave it to me. And mind you, this was the vice president.
But we also have it on tape that he had the receipts and would provide them to us.
Correct.
And we asked him 3 separate times for the receipts.
Yeah, I was at that.
We are not trying to take any money away from anyone. But the thing is, the money in question, $15,000 and a little bit more, that's your money, everybody. That's money that you paid with your dues. And it needs to be accounted for. It really does. This spending money and no accountability, this board's not going to stand for it. It's not right.
Am I right in saying that he also had a fuel allowance for it?
Excuse me?
Did he have a fuel allowance for it?
No, that's a whole different issue of
He
stuff.
said he had some materials left over also at that one